So now that I live in New England, I live here. People are in a hurry in New England. And I grew up in North Carolina, so, you know, we just go a little slower down there. But Lord, everybody, Lord, I go to the market basket and it's like the apocalypse in there. It's like, everybody calm down. Slow down, everybody. There are plenty of groceries for everyone. And it's like, I go in and I have to tell myself to slow down and take a breath and to try not to be infected by the anxiety in the air, which it sucks too, because it's a terrific grocery store and my vibe is completely being contaminated by all this anxiety around me. I also experience it just walking to the train. I will park, cross the street, the train pulls up, and I'm lucky I'll be at an origin stop. So the train will be sitting there for 8 or 9 minutes, and people, there are gonna be plenty of seats. I know there are gonna be plenty of seats too, and people, they rush to get on that train. And I tell myself, I will get a seat. I'm gonna walk slowly. We get panicky and in a hurry when we work on our singing as well. And I think it's because we just don't want to endure process. We don't want to go from A to B. We want to be teleported magically to B. We all want it to happen fast. And probably more and more. I do not know what this woodwind is doing, but it's distracting me. But anyway, every Wednesday morning, y'all, this woodwind does this. And if there are woodwind players among you that can explain to me the pedagogical purpose for this musical masochism, please tell me. But anyway, let me tell you what I mean by this. Okay, so hang on, coffee. Oh Lord, hurting my soul. Okay. All right, so when we're working on your songs, you're singing, there's so many things we skip. So let me focus in on just one thing today that we can slow down. We want to go slow to go fast. If we slow down, oh my gosh, there we go. I'm gonna regulate my energy here. We're gonna go slow to go fast. And what I mean by that is, I'm going to think about how I'm inhaling for every phrase. I'm going to note how much breath I actually need. Most of the time, 98% of the time, we don't need as much as we think we do. All right? So I'm just going to take a few phrases from It All Fades Away from Bridges of Madison County. So if you've got, all right, so coming into this, I was sliding down a mountain, I was burning in the sun. So I need barely any breath for those phrases. I want you to watch that. If you have a habit of really tanking up, watch that. Ask yourself and ask your body, how much breath do I actually really need for this? So if I've got tiny bit of breath, tiny bit of breath. I was sliding down a mountain, I was burning in the sun, I was crying with amazement at the view. Teeny tiny little breaths, tiny. Now, if you're noticing how much you need to breathe, now you can layer in the imagery. I was sliding down a mountain. Why were you sliding down a mountain? I was burning in the sun. For what reason? I was crying with amazement at the view. What was that view? If you just take literally 7 seconds per line to let your imagination fill that with imagery so that you are saying something coming from a place of authentic soul, that your soul has generated an image that requires words to try to describe it. I was sliding down a mountain. I was burning in the sun. Why? I was crying with amazement at the view. And then the next thing he says is, I was capturing a moment. But when all is said and done, well, it all fades away but you. So this photographer who is trying to seize these magical moments realizes that he can't, right? And so that's another level of layering. This tiny little bit of breath that you need to communicate those soul images that come through words. I was sliding down a mountain. I was burning in the sun. I was crying with amazement at the view. I was capturing a moment, but when all is said and done, well, it all fades away but you. So there, tiny, tiny breaths, and even before I was capturing a moment, but when all is said and done, barely any breath, even though there's more intensity coming into that phrase. So just slowing down, that was about 3 minutes of work on this one page, really satisfying and really layery. Take your time to think, how much breath do I actually need for this phrase? Probably not a lot. What is the image that is coming up in my soul, in my memory, that makes these words come out of my mouth? And give yourself time to percolate and work on things. Work on it, come away. Work on it, give yourself nights of sleep. You need these breaks for the mind and the body to coordinate, for new neuron trees to myelinate. So I just want to encourage you to, if you're going, you're going. And if you're going slow, you're really going fast, because you're giving your body time to coordinate, and then one morning you'll wake up and you'll be riding your bike. So think about that. Go slow to go fast. You don't gotta rush to get on the train unless you really need to rush to get on the train. Sometimes you do, or it'll leave you, or, just get the next one. And, just breathe deep and smile at folks in the market basket, because I've noticed that when I just have a little smile on my face, other people smile back. So, you can affect your environment too. You can change the atmosphere where you walk in if you're committed to slowing yourself down, feeling your body, opening your heart, and other people will thank you for it. All right. Have a great day. Go slow to go fast.